Hi guys, it's Rob here, or Turniplord. Today I'm going to take a look at Beholder, the complete edition on the PS4, which is due out for release. I think it's tomorrow on the 16th of January. So this is like a first look at the game. Personally, I've been playing it for around about 25 hours now, so I have played quite a bit, so I roughly know what I'm doing in the game. There's some choices that I could have took that I haven't yet. Which I may take in this video if I've got enough time. So yes, like I said, it's first look. I'll explain what's going on as we go along. So let's jump into a brand new game. So you can either go for the government elite or the trainee. So the government elite basically is a lot more difficult with more challenges and choices. The trainee, you get less punishments if you do something wrong. So I will jump into the government elite mode, and we'll see where we go from here. I was not going to read that because it is going to read it out for us automatically.
Dear Carl Stain, we are happy to announce you've been appointed a landlord of the Class D apartment block on Krushwitz 6. You must arrive there immediately and start working. You and your family are given an apartment on the first floor. The experimental medicine you've been injected with during the medical checkout suppresses your need for sleep. Thus, you will be able to spend more time serving your motherland. Welcome to the elite official rank, Ministry of Allocation.
Okay, so as you can tell from the intro, it's a comical, dark themed game where we're put in charge of a hotel, and we must spy and report on everyone who's going against their motherland, or we can opt to help them out and not grass them up. But we'll see where this gameplay goes within the next half an hour. One thing that letter did get wrong though is your family hasn't been given a room on the first floor. You've actually been given a room in the basement. So yeah, so this is the chief. Exclamation mark means character is ready to give you a task. Press X to begin conversation. You must be Carl. Good afternoon. On behalf of the Ministry of Order, I welcome you to your new position. What's going on? We're merely driving pests out of a house. It's of no concern to you. So we can either object or agree. So let's be good boys. So agree, as you wish. Your predecessor was unable to cope with the easiest tasks. If a person occupying an important position can't cope with a simple task, there's only one outcome. He did that intentionally, i.e. he became an outlaw. As of now, everything your tenants do is your business. And the word everything means? The word everything means absolutely everything. You will follow their every step and document any suspicious activity. That is, if you want to earn a reputation for being a good public servant. If you're going to be a perfect beholder, document hobbies, interests, and even conversations. But how can I do this? Observe and record. Surveillance cameras will help. Let's start at the beginning. Have you ever managed an apartment building before, Carl? Do you need my help? Right, I'm going to decline and skip the tutorial so I can jump straight in. So I don't need any help. Here's your journal. It's located on the right hand side of the screen. Let's come back to surveillance. Set up surveillance cameras in your house to simplify your work. According to our documentation, your predecessor received 2 of them. Find them in your office, which is to the right of this room. Okay. So this is us. We're Carl. We can run around. You can also... Is it going to let me do it? It's not letting me do it yet, but you can zoom out. But I'll do that in a minute. Let's check our desk and get the cameras. Right, so we've got 2 security cameras. Let's go back to this guy. Great, you found the cameras. Install them in the dining hall. Follow me. See, I thought cancelling the tutorial would have skipped all this part, but obviously it's not. So these little things on the top look like smoke alarms. They're little like places where you can put security cameras. So you'll see these all around the hotel. Surface surveillance camera. This is important. You'll have to over and over, otherwise you'll never learn what your tenants do. Okay. So we're going to start off with just putting 2 cameras in here. And you can get different cameras with different reaches with their little vision. That's those. You're doing fine. Here's your first reward. Spend your money on things you need. You'll find them at the shop. You'll receive surveillance cameras as you earn reputation points. Reputation points show your standing with the public. You'll receive them for completing tasks. You can also use them for personal gain in order to persuade the people around you to do what you want them to do. Unfortunately, I have issues to deal with the ministry. However, you can call me anytime from your office using your private line and ask me anything. By the way, Carl, I strongly encourage you to answer the phone. Remember, you and I serve our great people, and completing the orders of the ministry is our bread and butter. It's also our water and air. Here's the main thing. Several tenants are at risk. Your predecessor couldn't handle things. We're hoping you'll do better. Just tell me how. First of all, watch for tenants closely. File a report as soon as you gather evidence. The police will take care of the rest. Between ourselves, our great state can be very grateful to those who do their work well. The ministry can turn a blind eye to forgery and blackmail if they can help you achieve your goal. So I will do my best. I like your enthusiasm, but be slow to call our department. You can always ask your wise tutor for advice. One last instruction. The key I gave you opens every door in the building. Make sure your tenants leave their apartment before you enter it. Many citizens still think that private life is their own business. Let it be so. Now, get to work. Okie dokie. Right, here's our family. So we have our wife, our boy, and our little daughter, who's going back there to drink some coffee. Right, so we press R1 and it will tell us what we need to do. So our first thing is to call the ministry. So let's go over here. Let's call the ministry. Ministry of Order, your call is accepted. Hello, Carl. You've learned your main duties. Are you ready to receive a task? Establish surveillance in apartment 2. Jacob Minishek lives there. You can always buy the camera you need at the state shop. Only enter a tenant's apartment when they're not home, and be careful. Okie dokie. So our first mission is a nice easy one, so we just need to go upstairs. Right, so that's apartment 1. Right, I'll give you a little brief overview. The people in apartment 1 at the moment, they're the people who owned the building before it got turned into a hotel. And apartment 2 is the one that we need to now spy on. And apartment 3 is a man and a woman who they're just living there basically. There's nothing special about them. So if we knock on apartment 2, we'll see if anyone's in. Right, so no one's answering the door, so we can look through the keyhole. Yeah, there's no one there. So we can enter the building because there's no one there. If we go in here when there is people, then we'll get caught. So we go to the shop. Need to buy 2 cameras. Let's set these up. Basically, the cameras let you see into the room, even if you're not here. And what you can do is you can like look through the beds and stuff like that, and you can find evidence about them. I don't think this guy has anything though, because he's basically the tutorial level. Yeah, he's not going to have anything, is he? Let's just try his phone. Well, there we go. So he likes to gamble. See how it's got triangle? You can press triangle, and that's now added to that guy's profile that we know that he likes to gamble. Because every now and again you get rules telling you what's allowed and what's not allowed. So it's a bit like Papers, Please. So if we go to here, so now we know that it's illegal to harbour criminals, and also production of political propaganda is prohibited. Throughout the game, that adds more and more things that become illegal. And if their characteristics show that they have that trait, then you can grass them up and get them in trouble. So I think we've completed this task now. Yeah, call the ministry again. So we can dial the number. Reference is just a help guide, basically. Ministry of Order. Congratulations, your first task was a success. You are rewarded $500 and 50 reputation points. According to our sources, Jacob Manischek is violating state directives. Spy on him using the surveillance cameras. When a camera detects a tenant doing something illegal, the action icon changes colour. Click on the icon to add the evidence to the dossier. Attach the evidence you gather to your report. So is it? Yeah, it's letting me zoom out now. So if we hold R2 and move back on the right stick, you can zoom right out. So makes it a bit easier. So like I said, we're at a basement, not the first floor. You can talk to your family, but I don't really see a point at the moment. Right, there's Jacob. So what do you want? Get acquainted. Who are you? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Carl. I am a building manager. Did I win a competition called Who Gives a Damn About a New Manager? I don't care about you and your deals. Oh, okay, well, fuck you then. Why are you sniffing around here? Don't you have anything better to do? It's my duty to look after the building. Watch yourself. There's nothing bad can happen to your family. Right, well, I'll be happy to get rid of him, to be honest with you. And there's an exclamation mark there as well, so that's our mailbox. So let's have a look at this. The son of a miners' trade union was found unconscious after criminals reportedly pumped him full of drugs. He's been treated and rehabilitated at the hospital. Ministry of Order advises citizens to be alert and interfere with any attempts to manufacture and spread drugs. Remember, your child could be next. Every now and again, you'll get this propaganda news in the post. If you press R2 or L2, you'll spin it and you'll find out what it actually means. So drugs are a huge problem in our society. You should have started dealing with them a long time ago and not wait for a VIP to get in trouble. By the way, this isn't the first time a well-known son has been at the centre of a scandal. Was he really a victim? So yeah, so throughout the game you'll get like secret notes and other newspaper clippings and that in there that you can read and look at to find out what's really going on. Yeah, so like now, as you can see there, the new directive says that production of drugs is illegal. And we've got no bills, we've got none of those. You can go into your profile and you can click on the individual people. It's like that's the guy we're trying to get rid of, and like I said, we know that he likes to gamble, so we've got that evidence there. But it's not illegal. If it was illegal, I'll just go back into him. If gambling was illegal, it would be at the bottom where it says evidence collected, which is what you can use against him. The likes to gamble part, and let me just go in here and I'll show you. Once you build up a profile of people, you can go to the desk and file a report. So writing a report is writing them up because they've done something illegal, but if you go to profile a tenant and then pick the person, you can select what they do and then send that, and you basically get paid for telling the government what information you find out about people. And yes, you can report your own family and get them arrested, which could or could not end up with you getting shot by them. Oh, right. Don't know if you saw that then, that Jacob was doing some illegal drugs, so it came up with a red R3, tap R3, and it's now put the evidence down there, so we know that he's making drugs, and we know that that's illegal. If you didn't have the cameras, you see, you could have seen him by spying through his door like that instead. But yeah, so we now know that he's making drugs, so we can get rid of him. So if we go over here, file a report, and we go to Jacob, and we select drugs. So yeah, so it's now saying that Jacob Manischek, living in apartment 2, violated directive 6039 with the drugs. So we press square, and it says police are on the way. So we go over here. And so here comes the police now to investigate and find out if he has got any drugs, and if he has, then they'll get rid of him for us. They've found his drugs and are now beating him to a pulp. And there they go, taking him away. So, because we're getting him arrested, anything that's in his flat, so any items or anything like that, they get put in a bots, so we can now obtain them and keep them ourselves. Because it's only the tutorial, he doesn't actually have any items, so we're not going to get anything. But going forward, that will happen with other people. Like I said though, it's up to you. You can either be a friend to the state and report everyone for doing everything wrong and getting rid of them that way, or you can go out of your way to help them and like work around the law to help people escape and stuff like that. Doing that leaves you in better standing with the people, but obviously you become an enemy of the state, which may or may not be good. Come on. Right, so as you can see now, his flat's been destroyed by the police. So we've got a new message. So Jacob got taken away, we got 250, and it says we must repair apartment 2 and find a tenant. So what you do is you go down to the profile, and we want to repair apartment 2. You can repair all of them, but you only get a certain amount of tenants in each level. So at the moment you see we can get either Jones Popando or Alois Schwack. So I'm going to do Alois. And there is actually 2 tenants, so we could repair this one and get the sailor as well. We may as well get them both while they're both there. Who's that? Let's just introduce ourselves to Mark. What do you want from the archivist? Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Carl. I'm the new building manager. Mark Rannick is a respected archivist. I have to live in this disgusting apartment? God's sake, I can't talk. I hope you'll put everything here in order. I'll do my best. Try harder. You need this more than me. Rosa works in the cafeteria. Always in the kitchen. She loves baking buns and cakes so much. She does it for a living. I wish it didn't smell like cabbage. Fair enough. So we now know his wife works in a cafe, and he works with all of the records. Here's our 2 new tenants. We've got him, who's a doctor, and this one's a sailor. So let's have a look at our news. Ministry of Truth has noticed a rising interest in philosophy books, including the works of Paul Williams, who died a century ago. His writings describe obsolete ideas that have been proven to be unrealistic. However, they still capture people's minds. Ministry believes the notion of a society without government, in which the freedom of personal choice exists, is dangerous and should be destroyed in all forms. The fact that our society is capable of understanding Paul Williams' idea en masse proves his unique talent and ability to work things simply. We should encourage interest in the great thinkers of the past if we are to progress and initiate a dialogue between the people and the state. Philosophy is nonsense. So we've got a new directive now, I think. Yep, there we go. So all work by Paul Williams is illegal, and also if you have an apple, it's illegal to own one or store it. Which is a bit weird. Right, so we need to introduce ourselves to these 2 new people. So if we knock on the door, let's say if you open the door and there's someone in there, then they get a bit angry and throw you out. Here we go. Hello! I'm introduce myself. I'm Carl, the landlord. I'm honoured. I'm Dr. Alois Spack, a physician. You must have heard about me. The entire city did. I've never heard of you, mate.
Really? Did you just get here?
What are you famous for?
I'm not one pat myself on my back. I was just doing my duty.
Let me know if you're doing anything.
Oh, what problems could I possibly have? Nothing. You're very busy.
Are you okay?
Oh, busy. Patients fight over me.
Are you a doctor?
That's a real one. Don't you doubt it. I can cure even a healthy man. I say especially healthy.
Any education?
Are you kidding? I decided my life to treating people, dedicated even. Your doubts hurt me.
Sorry, this is a demanding job.
How can you, dear? Here's a good way for you to relax. Just be reasonable.
Always gave me a bottle of whiskey. Nice one. Cheers, mate. Do you have anything else to say?
Hello?
No. Bye. So he will come in handy later on. And this sailor man, let's knock on for this guy. Right, so he's now going out to the shop, you see, so we can actually go and have a look in his house. Let's go and have a look in his house before he comes back. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button. Come on. Right, let's see what we can uncover about the doctor. He's quite an interesting fellow, the doctor, to be honest with you. Oh, I knocked on the door, didn't I? Silly me. Right, so we're now in his house. We can check everything and see what he is. So he has dumbbells, so we can bring that up. You can't steal as well. If you steal 3 things from a person's house, the police come and beat you up. So only steal if you really have to. Like if it says you need to get a gun and you find a gun, then you can nick it, but don't nick anything else. I'm just oh, there's a tennis kit there. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. They have a lot of these red herrings, which is just random items that people have, but you're looking for the red ones, because they have the ones that say triangle underneath them, because they have the important ones. And we also need to make sure we're not in this house when he gets home. I said he wasn't on that bus, so that's fine. I think this is the last item. There we go. So as you can see, we've found out 5 things about him. He works out, a wine steward, plays tennis, keen on astronomy, and collects stamps. But he's done nothing illegal, so let's get out of his room before he gets back. There we go. So he's done nothing illegal, but we have got a profile on him, so we can send that to the government and get ourselves some money. But I think doing this also puts him in danger, because if any of these items now become illegal going forward, they'll know that I should have reported him if I don't. But obviously for the purpose of this gameplay, I want to get a bit of money. So I got $875 for reporting him with those. You can also look in your own items as well, and you've got stuff down here, but there's nothing to like incriminate yourself. So right, so here's Jones Popando. What voice should I do for him?
What do you want?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Carl. I'm a new manager of this apartment building.
Jones Popando, Boston and Colbach, 23487. I'm preparing for a long trip. We're staying abroad. While I work as a trainee for the Outside Affairs Committee, I'll live in your cell.
What kind of training?
This training is obligatory for everyone who travels abroad on a business. We're taking anti-propaganda training.
Are you alone?
Yes, I live alone.
Special offer.
I have a deal. Times are hard, everyone's doing their best. I have canned fish. You know everyone around here. Find me a buyer and I'll pay you generously.
What kind of canned food is it? Good or the usual muck?
It's the best quality. It's imported from abroad. I sell like hotcakes, but it's not safe for me to go into the market. I only sell them quietly without drawing attention to myself. I found the canned food in the hold. Nobody uses them. Rule 1 on my barge, if it's not nailed down, it doesn't belong to anyone, so I took as many as I could carry. Yeah, okay. Deal, I'll try and sell your canned food. Wonderful! Here's a crate with 50 cans. The wholesale price is 50 per can. You can sell them for 100 apiece in market, so the crate costs 3,000. You give me 3,000 and then sell it all. Whatever you make above 3 grand is yours to keep. Did you note my generosity? Right, so we have 50 cans of spoil food. Right, so we have 2 choices now. This is something that you would normally work out yourself, but I'm getting close to the end of the video, so I'll just tell you what this is. This is the first choice, basically. Oh, the new government directive, what's that? Oh, you can't sing in front of a Ministry of Order. Okay, that doesn't affect us. Yeah, so basically we can sell the canned food to this guy, Nathan Keller. My compliments. So yeah, so we can sell, because he's a trader, so you can basically buy and sell items off this guy if you can't find him in the hotel. But he'll buy the canned food off us, and that leads down one story path. Or the woman who's in charge of the cafeteria, we can give her the food and she takes it to the cafeteria to give it out to all the poor and the needy, and that takes us down another pathway. So I am gonna give it to the woman, mainly because last time I gave it to him. Let's knock on the door, because I saw her going there a minute ago, and we're about to meet Rosa. Oh no, we're not. There's her husband. I really want the husband. Oh, I don't know where Rosa's gone. Huh, she's not downstairs, is she? No. Where's his wife? What do you want from the archivist? Do you need some imported canned food? Talk to my granny. She works in the dining hall. Granny? I thought it was your daughter or your wife. Oh well. Where is she anyway? I've already told you about my wife. I have nothing else to say. Oh, cute. I don't know where she's gone. She was in that room. I think she might be in bed. So, let's... Is he... Oh wait, he's gone out now. So if we knock on, we should get the wife. Let's see. There we go. Yes, so she was in bed. Come on. But yeah, like I said, with your reputation, you can buy different levels of security camera, and you can also buy toolkits to repair items that are broke. Right, so let's toss him. Good afternoon. Hello, miss. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Carl. I'm a new building manager. My name is Rosa Ragneck. It's nice to meet you. You must have met my nosy husband. We have a son too. He's just like you, but he lives in the capital. It's nice to meet you. Our dear boy has become a boss. I haven't seen him in a long time. So long ago. Mark has been working in the archives his entire life. He likes his job. He deals with a lot of papers, but not many people. He spends his vacation in the company of his fishing rod. Okay, is that a euphemism? Do you need imported canned food? It's really tasty. 50 cans for $4,000. Of course. The ones we have are bad. Just bones and water. Yours will sell like hotcakes in our dining hall. It's enough for 30 bowls of soup. If you add herring, it'll make it 60 bowls. You're just in time, dear. We ran out of provisions. Give me the cans and I'll get you the money from my boss and bring it to you. Okie dokie, have we gave them? Yep. So she's now got the cans. So we just have to wait now and see what happens. So if we go down here, I want to set up a couple more cameras in here. So if we zoom back in, have I got any cameras with me? Yes, I do.
Best thing to do is, when you get a reputation and that, is try and put as many cameras as you can in the rooms. When the rooms get destroyed by the police and rebuilt, you still have the cameras in those rooms. But it's, okay. But it's best having as many as you can so that you can spy on people better. So it wants me to call the ministry, so let's call the ministry.
Ministry of Order. Congratulations, your task was a success. As a reward, we are transferring the following sum to your account. $1,000 and 250 reputation. Remember, if you miss a call from the Ministry of Order, you'll be fined. You must be within your apartment at all times and answer the phone when it rings. Even if you're dying. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You got rid of a violator. Now survey your tenants' opinions on Skimmer. Find out what other people think about him. Document his characteristics after you're done with the survey. Get to work.
Okay, so that is where I'm going to put it on hold, because this is where the game now starts to go down the path of you pick whether you want to be for the people or whether you want to be for the state. So that was a first look at Beholder, out soon on PS4. It's been out for a while on PC, but yeah, it's out soon on PS4. It's the PS4 version that I've been playing today. If you like the video, leave a like down below. If you've got any comments, leave a comment, and if you want to share and subscribe, that would be great. And yep, I'll see you in my next video. I'll probably do a couple more videos on this game, but if you want to see more, let me know, and I'll happily try and do a full playthrough, at least until I die, because I'm on the hardest difficulty now, so this playthrough will probably kill me off quite quick. A standard playthrough on the easy setting takes around about 7 or 8 hours, something like that, in my last few games that I've played. But yeah, we'll see what happens, and I'll see you in the next video.